Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Arundel County. Today is the day. About 11 a.m., you want to look to the skies to see the Blue Angels circling around and getting their markings, and then again at 2 p.m. as they practice for their show tomorrow. Gotta love this time of year. All right, we do have some news today, so let's get into it, shall we? A 2-alarm fire destroyed a waterfront Gingerville home yesterday afternoon. Just after 12:30 p.m., the Anne Arundel County Fire Department was dispatched to Wallace Manor Drive, immediately called for a second alarm due to fire and lack of water. Tankers were brought to the scene to shuttle water from hydrants on Route 2 to the fire scene. Traffic was tied up for several hours. The homeowners both escaped the blaze and there were no other reported injuries. The cause is under investigation and currently there is no damage estimate. And then there were 9. The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating the county's 9th homicide. On Friday, police were called to the West Arundel Road in Brooklyn for an assault. 43-year-old Christopher Wright was beaten by 3 or 4 white males ranging in age from the mid-20s to the mid-30s. The incident stemmed from an earlier altercation, we're told. Wright did die of his injuries on Saturday, and now the police are seeking information on the 3 or 4 suspects. If anybody has any information, the confidential tip line is 410-222-4700. And the last really bad news story of the day, a Glen Burnie woman died in a crash on Muddy Creek Road in Galesville on Sunday. She was riding her motorcycle south on Muddy Creek Road when she crossed the center line to pass a vehicle and collided with a northbound full-size pickup truck. Jennifer McDermott, 34 of Glen Burnie, died at the scene. Well, the numbers are in from Saturday's Preakness Stakes. Officials do say that 65,000 people attended the event, and that's up from last year of 58,000. But it is a far cry from the 2019 attendance, which was 182,000. But the money wagered set some records this year. It was $102 million, which is up from an average of $94 million in the 5 years before the pandemic. No doubt this is all a result of sports betting being legal and the ability to sit on your couch or by your pool and bet on your phone. Hey, if you don't have plans for Monday, Annapolis is hosting a Memorial Day parade. It kicks off at 10 a.m. at the Westgate Circle and heads down West Street and then down Main Street and finishes up at City Dock, where there will be a brief ceremony honoring those who gave it all. Some housekeeping notes for Memorial Day. Trash and recycling will not happen on Monday, but be pushed to Tuesday. Tuesday will be pushed to Wednesday, and then everything will be back on schedule on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Transit will be on a Sunday schedule, and city offices will be closed along with the Stanton Center and the Pitt Moyer Rec Center. As we begin to wrap it up, I am out of tickets for shows at Ram's Head On Stage, but I do promise to get some more in the meantime. You want to check out ramsheadonstage.com for all the great upcoming shows. But to make it up to you, I do have a few gift certificates to Mother's Peninsula Grille. You can use them to check out Mother Dave's new backyard tiki bar. Just DM me or email me and ask for one, and I will give away a few just randomly. Okay, that is a wrap, but first a quick thank you to you for listening and sharing and letting your friends and colleagues all know about us, and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Alpha Engineering. So now you need to hang tight because we have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with your only locally forecast weather report, and back with a legal brief, Scott MacMullan from Scott MacMullan Law. All that coming up in just a bit, so Hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, May 23rd. Yesterday brought a great start to a great weather week for the Annapolis region, but we're still going to need to keep an eye on the weekend forecast for some potential rain showers both Saturday and Sunday. Look for sunshine today with highs in the mid to upper 70s, followed by more sun in upper 70s to maybe lower 80s Wednesday, which should make for ideal conditions for the annual Blue Angel Show in Annapolis, with more sunshine Thursday and Friday with highs each day in the 70 to 75 degree range. As for the weekend, temps should remain in the low to mid 70s with a chance for showers each day with Memorial Day Monday currently looking like cloudy skies with temps in the mid to upper 70s 4 p.m. highs. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe, and don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You never know when you might need an attorney. It could be when the lights light up on the police car behind you. Or maybe you have $1 million idea and need to incorporate. From wills and trusts to car wrecks and arrests, Scott MacMullan with the Annapolis-based Scott MacMullan Law, LLC, is here to offer some insight for you with today's legal brief.
Hello, Annapolis. This is Scott MacMullan, and this is your legal brief. The MVA, you want to hit your head against the wall when you hear the word MVA. You think about the frustration of being there and not getting called and not getting your license back and not working well. Well, that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the MVA. Specifically, we're talking about the Medical Advisory Board, the Medical Advisory Board of the MVA. Any citizen, police officer, or judge can refer to the Medical Advisory Board. A lot of times, it's all about, hey, somebody interacts with somebody, and they're like, this person has a health, mental, or physical issue that gives enough reason to say, hey, this person should not be on the road. They have no business being on the road. This happens a lot. There's more and more medical advisory board referrals these days, and you can have your license suspended very quickly because of this referral. If this happens to you, this can be challenged. Maybe it was because of an isolated incident, what somebody saw. Maybe somebody's been being vindictive or revengeful for you for whatever reason for this referral. But for whatever reason, you have the right to challenge this in a hearing, an administrative hearing. Give us a call at Scott MacMullan Law, LLC, at 443-494-9775. This is information. This is not advice. This is happening more and more, these medical advisory boards, and this is something that you can challenge.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.